Hi, welcome to Office Hour. This is Mrs. Aladros. I can't. What are significant figures? Well, significant figures are just basically significant, so it's important, and figures, so some kind of number. So with significant figures, these are the rules that we follow to check how many significant figures there are. So how many important numbers there are. And significant figures, they tell us how precise a number is. Alright, so let's move on to rule number 1. Rule number 1 says all non-zeros are significant. So if we have a number like 200, since there's only one non-zero number, that means there is only one significant figure in this number. So that means we have one sig fig. Because we have 2 zeros and we don't count those. Okay, so that's rule number 1. Rule number 2 says leading zeros don't count. So for example, if we have 0.05. Now since leading zeros means the zeros in the front, they don't count, that means we don't count these 2 zeros. So there would be how many sig figs? Yep, 1 sig figs, perfect. 1 sig fig. Alright, so let's move on to rule number 3. Rule number 3 says zeros at the end only count if there is a decimal. So in the beginning we talked about 200 and how there's only 1 sig fig. Well, if we added a decimal at the end here, then now all the zeros at the end counts. So 200, now there will be 3 sig figs in this number because there's a decimal at the end. Now, if I wanted to add an extra 0 here, that would mean now there is 4 sig figs. And just to throw another example out there, if I have a number like 505, the 0 that is in the middle will count if it's in between 2 non-zero numbers. So in this case, since 5 is a non-zero and the other 5 is also a non-zero, there will be 3 sig figs because the 0 is in between these 2 numbers. Well, that's all I have for today.